Hello dear students, in this video we will be discussing about increment and decrement operators in C language. So increment operator can be represented as plus plus and decrement operator can be represented as minus minus. What is the function of increment operator? Increment operator increments the value of the variable by 1. For example, if I have a variable x and its value is 10, and if I am writing as x plus plus, the value of x will become 11. In the same way, decrement operator is used to decrement the value by 1. That is, when x is equal to 11, and if I am writing x minus minus, it becomes 10. So plus plus operator is used to increment the value by 1, and minus minus operator, that is decrement operator, is used to decrement the value by 1. Both these operators are unary operators because this operator requires only one operand. And these operators have a peculiarity. These operators can be written in two forms. Either we can write as x plus plus or we can write as plus plus x. When it is written as x plus plus, it is known as post increment operator, and when it is written as plus plus x, it is known as pre-decrement operator. In the same way, decrement operator can be written also as post decrement and pre-decrement. That is, when the operator is placed after the operand, it is known as the post decrement, and if the operator is placed before the operand, it is known as the pre-decrement operator. So what is the difference between post decrement and pre-decrement, or what is the difference between post increment and pre-increment operator? Here, increment. Okay. So let us see the difference between pre-increment and post-increment operator. When the increment operators are written as independent expressions, it makes no difference. That is, consider a program int x equal to 10 and I have written as x plus plus, and if the value of x is printed, it prints 11, and after some statement, if I am writing plus plus x, then x gets incremented to 12. So when the increment operator is placed after the operand or before the operand, it makes no difference. In the same way, the decrement operator also, if I am writing x minus minus or minus minus x, there is no difference. In the both cases, the value of x will be decremented by 1. That is, if x equal to 10, if I have written x minus minus, then the value of x becomes 9. And after some time, if I am writing minus minus x, the value of x becomes 8. But when it becomes a part of expression, or when it is written as a part of expression, pre-decrement or pre-increment and post-decrement or post-increment works in different manner. Let us see. Suppose there are three variables, a equal to 5, b equal to 6 and c. And in an expression I have written as c equal to plus plus a plus b plus plus. Okay, here what happens? The plus plus operator, that is increment operator, is written as a part of expression. So here what is the difference? When it becomes a part of expression, it behaves in a different manner. Here the plus plus a, this is pre-increment operator, and b plus plus is post-increment operator. Pre-increment operator, when becomes a part of expression, it means that first increment and the new value will be substituted to the expression. So what happens? The value of A was 5. So 5, the A will be incremented to 6 and the value 6 will be substituted to the expression. And what is the case of B? The value of B is 6 and as it is a post increment operator, when written as a part of expression, it means first assign the old value into the expression and then the variable gets increments. Then increment. So what happens? The value of B was 6. So 6 will be given to the expression and then after that B becomes 7. So when after writing this expression, when A, B and C are printed, the value of A will be equal to 6, B will be equal to 7. But the value of expression will be, that is C equal to 6 plus 6, 12. That is the old value of B, that is 6, is taken into the expression. Let us see one more example. Consider the example int x equal to 3, y equal to 2 and z. This is just a comma. And the expression is x plus plus and z equal to x plus y minus minus. And then x equal to plus plus z plus minus minus y. Let us see what happens. Here the initial value of x is 3, y is 2 and z is just a variable. And we know that pre-increment or pre-decrement operators, when given as a part of expression, it gets incremented or decremented initially and the new value will be given to the expression. And in the case of post-decrement or post-increment operators, when it becomes the part of an expression, first of all the old value of the variables will be taken into the expression and then only after that the variable gets incremented or decremented. So here x plus plus is an independent expression. So what happens? X gets incremented to 4. And in the next expression, z equal to x plus y minus minus. So the value of x is 4 plus, here post decrement operator is used. So the value of y, the old value of y will be substituted to the expression. And after that the y gets decremented to 1. So when after this expression, when the value of x, y and z is printed, the value of x will be 4 and value of y will be 1. And what will be the value of expression 4 plus 2? 6. Okay. And next is x equal to plus plus z plus 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 minus minus y. Here both the operators are pre-operators, that is pre-increment and pre-decrement. So in the case of pre-increment or pre-decrement operators, what happens? The variables gets incremented or decremented initially and only after initialization, incrementation, the new value will be given to the expression. So the value of x, z was 6. The value of z was 6 and 6 gets incremented to 7 and the new value will be substituted to the expression. And what happens in the case of y? Y is also having a pre-decrement operator. So the value of y is 1. So y gets decremented to 0 and 0 is given to the expression. So x equal to 7 plus 0, that is x becomes 7. So after this expression, when x is printed, we get the answer 7, and in the case of y, the answer will be 0, and in the case of z, the answer will be 7. Okay, hope it's clear. So once again, increment and decrement operators are used to increment the value or decrement the value by 1, and it can be written in two forms: pre-increment or post-increment, or post-decrement or pre-decrement. When it is given as a part of independent expression, there will be no change, but when it is becoming a part of expression, it behaves in a different manner, and that we have seen already. Okay, next we will be moving on to the bitwise operators. Bitwise operators are nothing but operators which are mainly dealing with binary data. So these operators are mainly used when we are manipulating binary data. The different bitwise operators are bitwise AND, that is a single ampersand. This is known as bitwise AND. That is bitwise OR, bitwise NOT, that is an exclamation mark, bitwise right shift operator, left shift operator, bitwise exclusive OR. So let us see what is its function. Bitwise AND behaves like an AND gate. That is, if I have two data, suppose x equal to 1101 and y equal to 1001, and if I am performing bitwise AND operation, z equal to x and y. So what happens? 1101, that is the value of x, and the value of y is 1001, and if the AND operator is applied, it behaves like an AND gate, that is 1 and 1, the result will be 1. If both the input data is 1, the result will be 1. And if all the operands are 0, the result will be 0. If any one of the value is 0, then also the result will be 0. So the final answer will be 1001. In the same way, when OR operator is applied, z equal to x or y, 1101 or 1001. So 1 or 1 is 1, 0 or 0 is 0, 1 or 0 is 1. If any one of the operator is 1, the result will be 1 in the case of OR gate. And 1 or 1 is again 1. So the final result is 1101. And when NOT operator is applied, z equal to NOT x, the value of x gets negated, that is 1101 gets negated or reversed to 0010. And bitwise shift right operator is used to shift certain digits to the right. For example, if I am writing z equal to x right shift 2. So what happens? 2 digits from the right side of the x will be truncated and 2 equivalent zeros will be added to the left side. That is, the value of x was, what was the value of x? 1101. So when it is right shifted to 2 digits, the digits at the right side, 2 digits will be removed and the corresponding zeros will be added from the left side. So the final result will be 0011. And in the same way, when the left shift operator is used, that is z equal to x or y left shift operator 3. What was the value of y? 1, 0, 0, 1. 1, 0, 0, 1. So, here I can mention any number of digits, and if in this case we have used 3. So, 3 digits from the left side will be truncated and corresponding 3 zeros will be added to the right side. So, the final result will be 1, 0, 0, 0. That is shift left operator. And in the case of exclusive OR, what happens is that the value of x was 1, 1, 0, 1 and value of y was 1, 0, 0, 1. And when exclusive OR is applied, only when one of the data is 1, the result will be 1. In all other cases, the value will be 0. So, here the result will be 0, 0, 1, 0. So, if I am written as z equal to x exclusive OR y, the result will be 0, 1, 0, 0. That's all about binary operators or bitwise operators. Hope you understood the topic. Please like, share and subscribe the video. Thank you.